felt it your entire life, that there's something wrong with the world. You don't know what it is, but it's there, like a splinter in your mind, driving you mad. It is this feeling that has brought you to me. Do you know what I'm talking about?
The Matrix.
Do you want to know what it is? The Matrix is everywhere. It is all around us. Even now, in this very room. You can see it when you look out your window or when you turn on your television. You can feel it when you go to work, when you go to church, when you pay your taxes. It is the world that has been pulled over your eyes to blind you from the truth.
What truth?
That you are a slave, Neo. Like everyone else, you were born into bondage, born into a prison that you cannot smell or taste or touch. A prison for your mind. Unfortunately, no one can be told what the Matrix is. You have to see it for yourself. This is your last chance. After this, there is no turning back. You take the blue pill. The story ends. You wake up in your bed and believe whatever you want to believe. You take the red pill. You stay in Wonderland. And I show you how deep the rabbit hole goes.
Greetings in Holy Tribe. I trust and hope that you're having a wholesome start of your day. And we're also going to declare that you have a very wholesome, productive day today. Now, I know that it's quite early. We don't normally go live so early, right? But I've been up since yesterday shipping out the orders. Been so much orders, so I had to stay up all night to get everything out. And so whenever I go to sleep, I'm not going to wake up. I'm going to sleep the entire day out. So I'm like, you know what? Let us get in tune before we start today, because today is actually Venus Day, right? Let me just double check. Yeah, today is Venus Day. So yeah, today is Friday. Friday is Venus Day. As you guys know, if you've been watching our live, then you understand the reason why we wear the color green on Venus Day, because it matches the resonance of the frequency that's being broadcasted of that planet or that celestial body on that day, right? Also, if you've been with us for a long time, you also understand where the 7 days of the week came from. So for most people in the reality, they get up and it's like, oh, it's Monday. Oh, it's Tuesday. Oh, it's Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And the cycle starts over again. But rarely do anybody actually question and say, who invented the 7 days of the week? Why is it 7 days of the week and not 8 days? Why is it 7 days of the week and not 6 days, right? And so I have a special kind of like appreciation for the people who truly question their reality and try to get to the framework of things and how things are constructed in the reality. And so we talk about that. And I'm just going to give you guys, for everybody who's here that's pretty much new, or for people who just normally up and operate at this time, we're going to go over that briefly, right? But we're not going to be on here for a long time. We're not going to go through all the different aspects and, functions of the body today, right? I just wanted to assist you, while you actually take this day on today. And I trust and hope that you're not starting your day off on some bacon, egg, and cheese. And I also trust that you won't start your day off with some crack cereal, or in a pig's ass bacon, because you've been around long enough for you to come into that level of awareness to understand when things are bad for you, when they're not in resonance of your growth to get you to a greater version of self, when they're not adding or contributing anything to your genetical structure, then therefore you should not be eating it. However, if you still decide to continue to eat it, that's okay too. See? But understand that you're basically debasing your own evolution. And as we already know, the significance of your existence is to actually live and express your uniqueness or express your divine substance that's been given to you by the Creator, right? But how can you fully express your uniqueness or your expression when you're sick all the time, or you have headaches all the time, or your hormones are in balance? You see? Or your organs are just not functioning at their full capacity. How could you truly live a fulfilling life where you can fully express all of your innate gifts and talents and what you have to offer as your own unique substance to add to the world? See, you can't truly do that efficiently if your organs are always down. And we talk about the fact that your body is the temple. So right now, you wouldn't be able to get up on Instagram to listen to what I'm saying if your body was not providing the ears for you to do so. Likewise, you also would not be able to look at me if your body was not providing the eyes to do so, right? So what does this mean? This means that your body provide the senses, which are like sensors, to pick up tones, frequency, and vibration from the external reality and bring that to your brain. Your brain process that over and that becomes your reality. So which means that your senses, right, are responsible for your perception, and then your perception creates your reality. So now that you understand that, I want you to now see that those who can control your senses or alter your senses to what they put inside of your body, do you now see how they can alter your reality and control your reality? So likewise, you'll see a lot of people, once you say or you recommend something much more healthy for them, then you notice how they'll get defensive sometimes, right? That's what we call cognitive dissonance. And basically what's happening is whenever people are pushed, whenever people are pushed towards growth, it's going to be uncomfortable because remember, as human beings, we are habitual creatures. So we form and we fashion into habits. See? So once you start to recommend or push a person in a direction for them to grow, it's natural for them to feel uncomfortable. And once you feel uncomfortable, you're going to also get defensive, basically what I'm saying. But I also want you to understand that that's also a part of the growth process. All right. If you continue to eat the foods that are being issued to you or given to you, you will never actually be able to perceive the reality like how you're supposed to, because you're not operating from an organic, um how would I put it? So you're not operating from an organic basis, because the ingredients and the additives that they've laced into the food that goes into the body start to alter the organs and it start to alter the senses. So you notice when somebody says something like, yo, it's time now to give up dead animals. So immediately that triggers like a defense mechanism inside of a person's mind who enjoys eating a lot of dead animals. Okay, I want you to understand the psychology of it, right? So because meat tastes good to them, it makes them feel comfort, because keep in mind that there's people out there that also eat out of comfort. So while they're going through, some challenges, maybe they had traumatic experience, and they eat to feel better. You see? And so what happened, we end up developing this emotional attachment to certain foods that make us feel good. See? So now once you come across somebody saying, yo, you can't have that anymore. Do you see how that can come off very offensive to a person who something that they utilize to keep themselves stable into the reality or to comfort themselves? It's like now you're trying to take that away from them. So they get defensive. That's the psychology behind it, right? So I actually want to be here today just to put you into the awareness for you to realize that we're moving on a higher frequency, okay? And in order for you to move on a higher frequency, you're going to have to move into a higher frequency. And that has to be done within yourself. Okay? Nobody outside can really change your frequency or raise your vibration, right? You have to do the necessary work with the things that are in resonance to raising your vibration, which in turns raises the consciousness, right? Now, keep in mind that the body is like the base level because you have the other bodies. We're not going to go too deep into that, but I basically just want you to understand that if you don't clean the body out and nurture the body and raise the vibration of the body, then your consciousness is going to lag into those lower dimensions or those lower realms within you. Because remember, you need your body to experience reality, right? And this is why the Bible also say that the body is the temple of God. What does that mean? It means that the body is where the consciousness resides. The consciousness lives inside of the body, right? So likewise, if the body is affected to a certain extent, or if the body is kept in a filthy environment, you can see how the consciousness is not able to rise to its greatest or its fullest potential because the environment inside of the temple is filthy or it's decomposing or it's breaking down. I was expecting any outside noise at this time in the morning. Let's see. 7:43. When I was eating unhealthy, my white blood cells low. As I changed my lifestyle to herb and fruits, my white blood cells increase. Yes, goddess. And this is because remember, white blood cells and red blood cells are made inside of the bone, inside of the bone marrow, right? So just by you eating plants, you start to actually get those chlorophylls. Okay, they're making a whole bunch of noise outside. Anyway, so yeah, so the white blood cells and the red blood cells are actually made um, inside of the bones, right? So now, and chlorophyll is a white blood cell builder and a red blood cell builder. So once you start eating more plants, now what happened? The chlorophyll from the plants start to assist in building up your blood count and balancing out your blood count. Also, the minerals that you get from the plants, the iron, the magnesium, the potassium, the phosphorus, the zinc, selenium, the copper, the cobalt, the phosphorus, you see? You start to get all these minerals from the plant, so then your body actually have the fuel that it needs to actually function properly and to reproduce. Because remember, every single day you have cells that die and you have cells that actually gets renewed and rebuilt. Okay, someone in the comment, they say plastic bottles are not good for you. Thoughts? All right, so example, right? That's also a prime example. So do you see how within our consciousness we always look for something that's like, oh, that's not good for you, whatever, right? But at the same time, when we go to the supermarket, we're not reading the ingredients on the food that we're buying. We're just buying it. You see? But anyway, let me just break down so you can understand about the plastic bottles. Okay, so plastic bottles, when you store water or anything inside a plastic bottle, what will happen is when the environment heats up, basically the chemicals inside of the plastic get secreted into your water, right? And that becomes a carcinogen, which is cancer causing. So how do we avoid this? We make sure that if we have to get water in bottles, we're gonna get it inside bottles that are BPA free, which means that it does not contain the carcinogen, right? So therefore, your water, it cannot really affect your water. Does that make sense? You know, of course, if you can get glass bottles, okay, go with glass bottles. You know, because glass is a crystal. Glass is made from sand, right? Which is a crystal. So glass is gonna be the best for anything. But likewise, as I said, when you're in America, you're not going to have access to certain natural resources and you're going to have to outsource it from elsewhere just to try to maintain your health to a certain level to keep your ass alive, right? So, likewise, can you find any clean water in America to drink? No. All the water in America is contaminated and they drug the water. Why do you think they got fluoride inside of the water? It's drug. To drug you, shut down the glands again, to keep you in a lower state of consciousness, right? to basically block your vision of clarity so you can't really even perceive yourself in the proper light or perceive others in the proper light. Again, back to what we're talking about. Why? Because they've altered the senses in your body, which are also the faculties to allow you to perceive on different frequencies. So you have your pituitary gland up here, which is the crown chakra. We have the pineal gland, which is the third eye chakra. We got the thyroid gland right now, which is the throat chakra, which is what I'm actually utilizing right now to communicate with you. You see, then you got the thymus gland in the heart. See, and we can go all the way down. So understand whenever you consume something like tap water in America, that they've drugged the water, see, to calcify the pineal glands and the glands in your body. Can you now see how they'll basically cloud your vision of clarity and how you perceive yourself and how you perceive others? Because they have actually done the studies and realized that, okay, if they can get these kind of chemicals into people's body, then they can lower the consciousness or even prevent a person from even reach to certain levels of activation within themselves. Now, of course, some of this knowledge is going to sound a little bit off to people, especially people who only went to school. So they've only had information inside of their academic training and teaching, which really is just regurgitation and brainwash education. Because remember, the General Educational School Board was created in 1903 by Rockefeller Foundation, the very same foundation that creates the WHO, the World Health Organization, Big Pharma. And during that time, school was invented, okay, to basically provide an assembly line of factory workers. So you see how now in the modern times, people assume that school is somewhere they need to send their children to get so-called education and wisdom. And this is the reason why their kids come out, end up becoming just a slave at a job for the next 40 years of their life and become nothing. Because school was never invented to give you wisdom. You cannot get wisdom from school. See? You get information from school. But the information that you get from school is modified information because they designed the curriculum. So basically what happened, anything that you were not teach in school, you inside of your brain and how you process, you automatically believe that it doesn't exist or it's not real. You see? You see how that works? So understand that a lot of the concepts or a lot of things that we talk about here sometime, it may sound off to you because it's new to your consciousness. It's foreign to your consciousness because it has never been introduced to your consciousness ever. You see that? And to understand why is because they're not going to give you information that's going to empower you. Because you cannot control somebody who's empowered now, can you? Can you control somebody who's empowered, who knows who they are? Somebody who can stand firm in their square and actually operate from their own level of power within themselves? Can you control a being like that? No, you cannot. But notice how easy it is to control a being who have been debased and disempowered. It's easy. I mean, we've seen this in the pandemic. See, you don't have to believe in what I'm saying. You can look out into the reality from your own level of observation and see it taking place, see it occurring. What happened during the pandemic? You see? Do you see how they control people or so-called force people to go and take the, the hokey pokey inside of their bloodstream, which actually alters their DNA? And there's a spiritual aspect to it that people don't realize, is that they cut you off from your ancestors. Because remember that your blood, you got it from your parents, right? Your parents got it from their parents, which come from your grandparents, which come from your great grandparents. And if we keep dialing all the way back, we eventually start to come into the realization that, wait a minute, my DNA and the blood inside of my body have been inside of thousands of other people, which are my ancestors. And if blood contains DNA and DNA holds memory, it means that right at this moment that you're sitting over there looking at me right now, listening to what I'm saying, you contain all the wisdom, the knowledge, the essence, and the information of all your ancestors. And right now, you're the one who's in control of the temple or the ark. You see? So by realizing that you would not want to eat certain kind of food that goes against your genetical structure, likewise, you would not want to take certain kind of chemicals that are going to be altering your DNA because that DNA is sacred. This is something that have been passed down. It's responsible for your characteristics. It's responsible for your uniqueness, even some of your gift. You see, because I've also identified certain gifts within me that I've also seen within my dad or my grandfather that I now have access to, basically. So I want you to understand how important it is that you're protecting your DNA because that's what's sacred to you. Your bloodline is sacred. Now, if you're out here allowing these corporations, these very same corporations that are poisoning your food, and drugging you the fuck out, if you still allow them to get inside of your body to inject you with a chemical, and you know that these people are unable to heal any of the diseases, because remember, the same diseases that exist today also existed 100 years ago. So let's just use some common sense, right? If they're not able to heal arthritis, diabetes, cancer, high blood pressure, high cholesterol, pneumonia, lupus, sickle cell, if they're not able to so-called cure or heal these things with all the sophisticated technologies that they have today, if they're not able to heal any of these ailments, how the fuck were they going to actually help you to protect you and save you from a so-called virus? You see? And these are simple common sense, but notice it's the very same people who goes to school that even be telling me sometime like, yo, bro, you ain't got no degree. You ain't get no bachelor degree or no master degree. You don't know what you're talking about. These are the very same people that gets deluded. These are the very same people that lacks the ability to express independent thought. They cannot think for themselves because they were trained to allow others to think for them or to take command from outside influences. You see that? So I'm just here to, like, as a reminder for you to recognize the power and the potential that you possess within yourself that can be tapped into, but you're not going to be able to fully explore yourself and all that you contain within and bring that out to the outside world if you're sick on the inside world. And how are you being sick all the time? Because it's not normal to be sick. See, you don't see animals out in nature being sick, do you? So notice that even every single year, people are, oh, I got a cold. I got the flu. I got a headache. I got this and I got that. And nobody sit back and say, yo, why every fucking year there's a flu season? How the fuck is a flu seasonal? See, people just go with it. Oh, flu season, Theraflu, more drugs, right? And they drug themselves out again. And then these are the very same people who think that they know what's going on in reality. They think they know what they're talking about. Whole time, the inside and the internals of their body is down, is in a filthy environment. They're drugged out. They're not even in their right mind. Their gut is full of parasite, hookworm, tapeworm, pinworms, roundworms, philosophy or Booski worms, controlling their consciousness. And they swear believe that they understand what's going on in reality. You see what I'm talking about? So I'm just here to express the importance of you really start to take care of your temple, because if your temple is not in order, then your consciousness is not going to be in order. And this is very, very, very important, right? I know that when we look out into society right now, there's not a lot of spaces, because I be on the internet and I be trying to find something meaningful. Like I be trying to find people meaningful to listen to so I can learn something or to even expand my own consciousness. And I can barely find one or two person because only thing I see is a relationship podcast. Only thing I see is shade room gossiping. And that kind of blows my mind because I'm like, what the fuck are we doing here in our existence right now? The things that's supposed to matter or the things that you're supposed to be giving your attention to, you're not. You see? How? Why is this happening? Because again, you're being controlled by the food you put inside of your body, so you're not in your right mind. Okay? The things that are supposed to be of significance to you, you are like things that you barely notice. It's like things you barely care about. You see? So I want you to understand the importance of having a clean temple. Also, for the people who still having a hard time giving up the dead animals, right? We can't keep doing this. We can't keep coming on the internet And because so far, so far as to what I've actually observed, this thing is becoming like some form of a chaotic conflict where I see now it's becoming a thing like, oh, vegans don't like meat eaters, right? Meat eaters don't like vegans, and all the fruitarians don't like the vegetarians. And I'm like, here we go again with the bullshit. You see, notice every single thing. It's like we have to create some kind of conflict or separation. That's not what we're here to do. Okay, we're here to bring everything back into wholeness, because remember, we are one big family here. See, on a physical level and on a spiritual level, we're just one big family experiencing each other, really. So there's no need for the conflict. But also, I want you to understand that we're moving in a higher frequency and we're raising the vibration, right? In order to do so, you can't keep doing the same old things, because remember, if you want to get a different result, you have to do things differently, right? Isn't that right? So if you want to grow and you want to become more healthier and you want to unlock a greater version of self, obviously the things that you've been doing in the past are not contributing to what you're trying to be aligned with. So therefore, you have to basically switch it up. You have to do things differently. Now, let me ask you this question. You see, because I know a lot of you guys like to go on and copy the articles. You come back over here posting what the article is saying, by what them people is telling you. You're like, no, bro, we need the meat for protein. We need it for the vitamin B12. Meat is the most nutritious. Plants is not concentrated in minerals. You're going to get weak. You're going to get sick. You see, you want all that type of shit because, again, you're trying to protect what makes you comfortable, what you're used to. See? Because that's a part of your conditioning. Now, if you're willing to, if you're wanting to grow to become a greater version of self, then again, obviously we have to do things differently in order to get a different result. Now, let me ask you, for the last 20 years, let's just put 20 years. I'm not even going to go to 50 or 100. Okay? We can go to 100, right? For the last 100 years, the people who you see eat a diet of dead animals, how did that work out for them? The people who constantly ate dead animals for the last 20 years, how did that work out for them? Well, most of them right now, they're in the hospitals. They're lining all them fucking hospital beds right now, right? Or they're home with you. Some of them are your grandparents or your mothers and your fathers. They're on high blood pressure medication as we speak. See? They're on all type of drugs for whatever sickness, arthritis medication, high cholesterol medication. Is that normal? And keep in mind, this is the result of you eating the dead animals in a processed food. So again, you don't have to believe in what I'm saying. You can use your own sense of observation to look out into the reality and see the result of when you do certain things. It's there. So what I'm saying is, if y'all been eating these dead animals for the last 20, 30 years, but it haven't taken you anywhere, it haven't put you into a greater version of self, you didn't become healthier, you didn't become stronger, you didn't become younger, you don't have no glow or any radiance, obviously it's not contributing to your genetical structure, right? Because if it was, we would have been able to see the result. You would have been the representation of that result. But instead, what did you get from it? You get the itis, you slumped up in the couch after you done eating, you're tired. Food is supposed to give you energy. How the fuck are you tired after eating food? Obviously, it's not complementing your genetical structure, is it? You see, these are things that are like basic common sense. I shouldn't even have to be here talking about this. But again, y'all went to school, and that's what school do to you. You lack the ability to express independent thought or to utilize your own common sense. If the food was really truly that good for you, shouldn't it give you energy? Shouldn't you feel like you can go run like a mile right now? Shouldn't it make you more like intelligence and give you like more brain power and make you more creative? basic stuff, right? But notice instead what the food does to you, give you the itis. Now you're slumped up in the couch. And because you're in the couch, now you got to turn the television on and you start to believe everything that they show you on that shit, right? And then you get up, you go to the store, you go to the supermarket, you pick up some more cereal, you pick up some more dead animals, some more white rice, starch, and the rest of processed garbage. You bring it back home, you sit back in your couch again, and you load that shit up inside of your body. And then you come online, and when you see somebody actually trying to help you, you want to give your opinion because you think you know what you're talking about. You know, whole time you like you can't even go up the stairs without being tired. You can't even run 50 feet without being out of breath. But somehow you find the energy to become a keyboard warrior, you know, and trying to defend meat with your life. I mean, some of these people are so angry. You would think I did them something personally. People are acting like I came to their house and killed their pets. All because I'm saying that, yo, you got high cholesterol? Okay, high cholesterol only comes from animal products, right? So, okay, you have high cholesterol. Stop eating the dead animals and your cholesterol naturally going to go away. People's mad at me, especially my Caucasian brothers and sisters out there. I don't understand why you get so offended when somebody say don't eat meat. Yo, listen, y'all be wilding in the comment section. You see, and that's the reason why I don't even respond some of the time, because why would I give my energy to that type of energy? You know what I'm saying? Especially when you lack the knowledge and the awareness and you're just conditioned and brainwashed. You know, and you got parasites controlling your consciousness. You know, I said, you know, some young lady had commented and she was like, oh, you know, I'm lactose intolerant, you know, and I'm like, yo, you're not lactose intolerant. There's no such thing. You're just not a baby cow, and all hell break loose. But you're not a baby cow though. Didn't the cow create the milk for the calf, for the cow babies? Just like how your mother created milk in her breast for you to have, right? So obviously you cannot be lactose intolerant. You're just not a baby cow. Okay, common sense again. Let's just say you're in the hospital and you need some blood right now. You need a blood transfusion. Can I go and grab a cow from the pasture and take the blood out and put it into your body? No. You see? So how the fuck are you drinking a cow's milk that's meant for its babies, right? And calling yourself lactose intolerant. You see, grown ass adults are here walking around talking about I'm lactose intolerant, bro. Do you see how conditioned and mentally discombobulated you are, and you're like anybody can control you? See, so that because let me give you guys a little bit of history about the dairy industry, by the way. So the commercials that you see in the dairy industry, okay, those guys you see in the white coats that you think was a doctor, they're actually actors. They're not real doctors, because guess what? In America, there's no law against you having to have a real certified representation of a doctor. No, anybody can put a white coat on. There's no law against that. So what the dairy industry actually does, they just have them people put the white coats on, throw the glasses on, because again, people in America is brainwashed. They believe that people with white coats on and wear glasses on have this superb intelligence and wisdom about healing and know everything about health, and they don't. They don't. Okay. Can you find me one doctor right now that can show you some medical records of people that they've healed from diseases? Like, let's really get real. Find me one doctor in America that can show you medical records of a person having diabetes or HSV or HPV or lupus or arthritis or stage 4 cancer, and then showing that okay, they didn't have it anymore after whatever treatment that they've issued. Can you find me one? No, because they've never healed a single person ever. So in true reality, they're just practicing. That's why it's called practicing medicine, because they're still practicing, right? Now, likewise, I on the other hand, okay, I can't listen. I can't show you no bachelor degrees or no master degrees and all this fancy shit, but I sure get the job done. I sure can show you medical records of those people that are healed. How did we do it? Was it some kind of magical potion? Was it some kind of ancient relics from Egypt? And you put it with this and that? And no, bro. Simple shit. By using the power of your own body. You see, I'm not the one who's healing you. You're healing yourself. I'm just guiding you through the process so you can go through your healing. It's simple as that. So what I do, I take you off the fucking dead animals, of course, because them shit's not helping you, right? I take you off the processed food, the processed sugars. I put you on a natural fruit diet, the things that God made for you to eat and give to you for free off the branch of the trees. You see, already packaged with the right amount of sugar, enzymes, and fiber, and give it to you. But you don't want that. So I put you back on that. I aligned you back to divine intelligence. And by you eating those fruits and eating those fruits, especially the astringent fruits, the astringency starts to pull on the toxins out of your cells and your tissues. And the foods also start to stimulate the lymphatic system, and the fiber starts to soften up the colon and so forth. And then we start utilizing the herbs again. Come from where? Come from God, from divine intelligence. You see, so right, I'm not doing anything. All I'm doing is guiding you back to your source, right? And by you staying in alignment with your source for a long, extended period of time, your body has no choice but to heal, because your body is a healer. The body has the ability to regenerate itself. See, it's not a rocket science. I didn't do anything super special more than guide you back to yourself, aligned you back with nature, and assist you throughout the process as a guidance. And now you're healed. Did I heal you? No, I did not. You healed yourself. Your body is what does the healing. See? It's simple. But notice, you have all these doctors out there with so much qualification and certification. They're all over YouTube, claiming to be superior in what they do, but they can't show you not one single person, bro. You're telling me within the last 100 years, you can't even show me one single person that you've ever healed with your drugs? You see? And by the way, I'm not bashing doctors, by the way, you see? I appreciate you guys for existing and being there, because your expertise is needed in certain circumstances. Like whenever a person get into an accident, right? They gotta get like a knee surgery. They gotta pull out a debris. They gotta pull out a gunshot wound. They gotta do some kind of surgery to correct a problem due to an accident. I appreciate you. You see? So we need doctors under certain circumstances. But when it comes to healing the body of disease and so forth, you all need to have a seat, because you don't have the knowledge, the wisdom, or the awareness of how this is actually done. You don't have any experience healing anybody before, because you can't show no records of anybody you've ever healed. You see? Because you don't have that connection with divine intelligence or nature. See? In fact, most doctors wear glasses. You see, listen, you cannot be a so-called healer or doctor and you wear glasses. It means you're not even capable of healing your own eyes. You see what I'm saying here? Simple shit like that. So, do you see how people here live a whole entire illusion? See? So you're eating the foods that they're issuing to you, because remember, we talk about the fact that you cannot get sick unless you've manufactured the sickness inside of your own body. How do you manufacture a disease inside of your own body? Obviously by what you put inside of the body, right? Because guess what? You can never get sick from eating God's food, which are the natural fruits. Which brings us to another thing. I see people posting this dumbass shit in the comments. Oh no, you eat a lot of fruits. It's gonna hurt your liver. All the sugar from the fruits is gonna hurt your liver and give you a fatty liver disease. All type of bullshit. You see, I don't know where people get their thought process from, bro. I mean, I know where you guys get your thought process from school, of course. See, you get your thought process from your professor, your professor that's overweight and obese. Your professor that's wearing glasses. See, your professor that has a whole bunch of hookworms and tapeworms inside of his gut. barely breathing properly. That's who you guys get your thought process from. You see? What type of foolishness is that? You saying some shit like that is basically saying that like, yo, God made a mistake, or divine intelligence or the creator made a mistake on the whole design. And so if you eat fruits, you're gonna die. Who even come up with some bro? Do you see how sick these people are, bro? And these are the kind of people that's out into society running around acting normal. Like, I'm really concerned. I'm not kidding you. I'm really concerned because just by the kind of statements and comments that people be making, I'm like, damn, people really out there in the world that think like this, and they're out there in the world operating. That shit's scary, bro. Like I don't even want to have no kids in this society because y'all thought process scare me, bro. Literally. Like, listen, when I start making my children, they're staying in the jungle, bro. I'm not bringing them to society, bro. We're just gonna stay in the jungle like them indigenous people in the Amazon rainforest until you guys fix up your thought process, because I don't want them kind of negative influence getting off over on my offsprings and my lineage. Literally, bro, there's people on here and they're gonna come with all type of science. Oh, the article says this, the doctor says this. Eating fruits is not good for you, it's going to damage your liver, all that sugar. Too much school with no ability to think for yourself or express independent thought. Okay? Go within. And this is what we talk about. You need to cleanse out your body so that you can take back control of your own mind. Okay? Unlearn and relearn. Stop running around with this brainwash education and regurgitating what they told you in school, thinking that you know what you're talking about when you're not even doing no kind of deep research. How much people actually sit down and study DNA? Like, gather all the information that they can find on the DNA and how different food affect the DNA, how different food shuts down gene expression or open up gene expression. See? Not much. Yet when you say like, yo, these certain kind of food affect your DNA, everybody start getting defensive. Oh no, we need meat. Oh, we need this, we need that. We need protein. Proteins are the building block of life. We need that. See? And this is what I was talking about in one of the last reels. Keep in mind that, where does the goat get the protein from? Simple common sense. Well, you see the goat outside eating grass all fucking day. So obviously that's the goat's food. It's synthesizing the amino acids. Okay? That then the goat's body is then using those amino acids from that grass to create its so-called protein and build up on its weight. Also, keep in mind that the goat is not just getting protein from the grass, it's getting the iron, the magnesium, the potassium, the phosphorus, and so forth, right? What about the cow? The cow that you're eating, where's the cow getting the protein from? You don't see the cow there eating the plants? Okay, where does the gorilla gets the protein from? And yes, we know that gorilla eat bugs too sometimes. So I know people going, oh no, bro, but the gorilla eat bugs too. You see, they be trying to find everything that they can find to try to justify their addiction. See, we all know that gorillas eat fruits and leaves and shit, right? But just because a gorilla ate some bug, people gonna be like, oh no. You see what I'm saying? Okay, where does the elephant get the protein from? The elephant is actually the strongest in the jungle. Not really the lion. Not really the lion. The elephant is the strongest in the jungle. Is that what I say? Okay, where does the rhino get the protein from? You see, simple common sense, bro. Plants are the source of protein. I can't believe I'm having this conversation with people who goes to school, bro, who claim that they're smart. And the simple shit like this, bro. Listen, I take you to Jamaica right now. The stuff that we're talking about right now, bro, a little 7-year-old kid in Jamaica already knows this. You don't need, like literally, this is basic stuff, basic common sense and observation. Where I'm from, bro, people thought process is so balanced. Like, we don't have to talk about, this is like simple shit. Obvious stuff, bro. We shouldn't have to be talking about this so many times and going over it all over again. Simple. Plants are the source of protein because the animals that you're killing and raping to get the protein is getting it from the plants. So what we're saying here is this: since getting the protein from the animals is killing you because you're not a carnivore, you don't have canines, you can't run down an animal and bite it in the neck and kill it and drink the blood and rip the flesh apart and eat it right there. You don't have those faculties. You don't have those characteristics either. First of all, most of y'all can't even run. Okay? So you don't have the speed, you don't have the agility to chase down an animal and catch it. If it wasn't for technology, y'all would not have no kind of meat to eat. So y'all want to talk about, the ancestors used to eat meat as a justification. Okay. But they used to hunt that meat down though, didn't they? All you guys, okay, what do you guys do? Oh, you go to Walmart, huh? Jump in your little car, go to Walmart, right? To go stack up your cart full of dead animals and come back home acting like you did something good. You see, that's the difference. Yes, the ancestors was eating meat, but they was burning that shit off. The artists wasn't clogged up with no fucking cholesterol because they was sitting around all day in the couch, eating chicken wings and chicken nuggets, watching the TV, thinking all that shit is real. They wasn't doing that, bro. You see what I'm saying? So you don't have the speed, you don't have the agility to actually catch a wild animal. So without technology, you wouldn't have no kind of fucking meat to eat. The next thing, you cannot eat the meat raw like a real meat eater does. You can't. It's the reason why you went and got seasonings, right? You went and got your little pepper, put your little bit of salt on it, you put some oregano on it, you put some basil on it, and the other herbs, because what you're doing, you're sprinkling all the things that you're supposed to be eating on something that you're not supposed to be eating to make it taste good. So in true reality, you're kind of like even tricking yourself. Because I never seen no fucking lion out there sprinkling no seasoning on their meat and cooking their meat. So for one, you cannot eat the meat raw. So now you got to do what? You got to use some fire to change the molecular structure, don't you? After that, you still can't eat it. So now you got to get some plants. So you got to season it with plants for it to taste good. Do you see how psychologically you're admitting that your taste buds is attuned to consuming plants? Simple observation, simple realization. But again, you can't realize this because what? You went to school, right? So the point I'm trying to make here is to say, if you're eating something that's killing you, it's because you're not supposed to be eating it. Fuck the science. Okay? Now the thing about the human body, the reason why you can eat dead animals and still be okay to a certain extent is because the human body is the highest technology in the universe. So it means that the human body is very adaptable. Okay, so yes, you can eat meat. It's not going to kill you. Listen, your body is so powerful and so intelligent that it will basically try to extract minerals or anything that it can find from whatever you put inside just to keep yourself alive. So the fact that you eat meat and not because you eat the meat and you're alive or you're okay doesn't mean that you're supposed to be eating it. It just means that the advancement of your body is able to still consume something that's not optimal for its function. You see? Because the body is just that good. It's that intelligent. It's the highest technology in the universe. Because the body composed of all the elements that's also construct the entire reality. Look outside and you see the rivers and the ocean, water. But you got water inside of your body, don't you? Don't when you cry, water's coming out. Don't when you sweat, there's water coming out. Don't when you have sex, there's water coming out. Don't you drink water? Isn't the baby inside of the woman stomach floating in water? So there you have the water element, but you also bathe in water outside, and there's big bodies of water outside, right? That's one element. I'm only trying to prove to you that you're the highest technology in the universe based off your elemental makeup, right? Now, okay, we cover water. What about earth? Isn't your flesh earth? Don't you have aren't you made up of all the minerals that you also find inside of the earth? Don't you have zinc in your body? Don't you have copper in your body? We got copper wire. We're making jewelries out of copper wires, but don't you got copper inside of your nervous system? Don't you got zinc in your thymus gland and for the rest of the gland to function? See what I'm saying? Okay, what about fire? Okay, what happened when you have a fever? You put a thermometer in your mouth. They're like, oh, this 106, 108. Oh, everybody start to panic when you have a fever, right? Where's that heat coming from? How is your body able to produce that hot hydrochloric acid to break the food down in your stomach? Do you know that if you can extract the acid out of the hydrochloric acid out of a person's stomach and pour it on somebody else or whatnot, you'll actually burn their skin down to bones? That's how hot the hydrochloric acid is inside of your stomach. That if you take that shit out of your stomach and pour it back on your hand, it's gonna burn your flesh right off. However, it doesn't burn through your body or burn through your stomach, right? Because that's the work of divine intelligence. So that's the fire element inside of the body. That's also your body temperature. That's the fire element, right? What about the air element? Aren't you breathing air right now? Am I not using air to talk to you? You see that? So that's the air element. Then we have the mind, which is ether or magnetism. That's ether. You can't touch the mind. Nobody have ever touched the mind. You can't touch it. See? Because that's ether. So you're made up of all the 5 elements. Okay? Air, earth, fire, water, and ether. I'm only kind of demonstrating this because I want you to understand that you are sitting inside of the highest technology in the universe. This is why you can eat certain kind of shit and it doesn't kill you, but it doesn't mean that it's what you're supposed to be eating. It just means that you're such an advanced technology that your body will still actually consume things that's not really good for it and try to extract whatever it can extract from it. So what I'm saying is, yes, you've been eating meat for a long time, not because you're not dead yet. Doesn't mean that the meat is optimal for your body. Okay? Understand that. It's a reason why you have high cholesterol, because the meat is not supposed to be inside of the body. Okay? It's the reason why you get all the uric acid and the carbonic acid from it, which are enemies of the body, because it's not for you. See what I'm saying? Because if it was for you, it would give you energy. It would put life into you. It would make your skin glow. It would have given you radiance. It would have made you more creative. You get what I say? So these are basic common sense and the sense of observation which each and every being actually possess. You possess your own sense of observation. Just observe and try to make sense of things, because you also possess that faculty to observe and to make sense of things. See? That's why you have a logical mind, right? You have an analytical, logical mind. So likewise, what I'm truly getting at here is for you to realize that, okay, yes, we've been consuming the dead animals for a long period of time. Why? Because it was introduced to us by our parents. Now remember, when you come into the reality, you're brand new. Okay? As a baby or a toddler, you're brand new into the reality. See? So obviously you're vulnerable, and you have to depend upon the beings that already been here to show you the ropes or to take care of you until you get to a certain level of maturity to where you can start to function on your own. Isn't that so? Again, when you come into the reality, you're brand new. You have to depend upon the beings that already been here to nurture you until you come of maturity or age to start to function on your own. Notice that during the phase when little babies are learning language, right? So for little toddlers or little children, their brain go into certain kind of receptive phase to allow them to learn human language and human interaction. This is why if you have a baby in Jamaica right? And the baby grew up in Jamaica, the baby can't be able to speak patois, right? The can't speak patois. But if you have that baby and bring that baby to some kind of Spanish country like Dominican Republic or Puerto Rico, then that baby is going to be able to speak Spanish, right? Why? Because as toddlers, your brain go into this receptive state to allow you to learn human language and human interactions. During that very same phase, you see, you was open up to a programming, basically. Your brain opened you up to allow you to be programmed by the people around you. So likewise, while you were learning human language and human interaction, there was also feeding you the fucking sugar. There was also introducing to you dead animals, putting meat in your mouth. See what I'm saying? And so now you become accustomed to that. You become used to that. So now as you grow up, you're eating more meat, right? You're eating more sugar. All of this becomes a normalized. Like even your subconscious mind accept that, okay, this is reality. And remember that as human beings, we kind of function like how would I say it? Okay, so I'm not finding the word that I'm looking for, but because you're not eating the meat, you go next door over to your friends and that's what they're eating too. And then you go to school and you open the textbook and they're telling you that this is what you're supposed to be eating. Oh, you need meat and beef and eggs for protein. You see how that kind of like confirms it, because it's like it's affirming to you that, hey, this is real. And so it's programming your subconscious mind. So I just want you to realize that you've been programmed and it's not your fault. So I understand that, okay, if right now you're having a hard time breaking away from the dead animals, that's okay. Okay? We're not judging you, because all of us were actually subjected to it at a certain point. Some people came into the awareness, you see. But understand that when you're saying, yo, I love meat, I can't give up meat. It's not that you love the meat. You've been programmed to eat the meat from a very early age. They got you while you was vulnerable. Same thing with religion. They get you when you're vulnerable, right? When you're trying to make sense of things and trying to figure out how the world is created and how is existence possible and we're part of existence. Your brain is now trying to make sense of things, and this is when they get you. They're like, they start to give you the fake religions, and they start to give God a gender, and they told you that God was here and God is this name and all this kind of stuff. You see how easy it is for you to accept that as being real? Because remember, even at that age, even at that age, naturally you're trusting to the people that's giving you the information. You see what I'm saying? You're not thinking that, oh, you're being deluded or brainwashed. Naturally, you're trusting to whoever's giving you the information. So you're like, okay, that's real. Okay, that's who God is. Okay, that makes sense. And they give you the whole story. They're like, oh, in the beginning, and this and that, and they give me the whole story, and Noah on the ark. Whole time the ark is the fucking body, and the pair of animals that they say Noah brings on the ark is actually the two strands of your DNA. But you see how they can twist up the whole story and give it to you, and you don't even know, but you're gonna believe. And once you believe, that's become hard coded into your subconscious mind, and your subconscious mind creates your reality. All right. So understand that now we're moving into a higher frequency. Okay. Moving forward, we're trying to create generation that come from us should not be going through the same diseases and ailments and sicknesses that we've experienced, bro. Because under that case, we're not evolving. We're just degrading. You see? So likewise, let's take a look at the things that are not adding no value to our life right now and are not complementary to our genetical structure. Let's take a look at those things. Well, we see that, okay, we've been eating the meat for a long time, right? We've been eating the processed food, the processed sugars, all that kind of shit. And it have gotten us nowhere. We haven't went through any form of stage of advancement at all. All we do is fight each other, tear each other down, be chaotic with each other, gossip, talk bad about each other. That's all people do in the reality, bro. Like right now, you're on Instagram. Go to the fucking shade room. Look how much followers these people got. Over 30 million followers, right? Now, let me ask you a question. Can you go to that page and find anything inspirational that's going to add value to your life? No. But look at the amount of followers that they got. Why? Because they post a lot of conflict. They post a lot of drama, a lot of gossip. But you see, but that's what people are attracted to. People are magnetized by that kind of stuff because within their body and within their mind, they're not functioning properly. You see, they're chaotic within their body and mind. So therefore, they're going to be attracted to chaos in the external world or conflict and drama. Because guess what? How you going to win if you're not right within? You see? So we can look back and look at our mental condition, and we can look at our physical condition. We can look at our spiritual condition and see that, hey, what the fuck is the kind of food that we've been eating? Because clearly, if we've been eating a certain kind of way and the result of eating, basically, if we've been eating a certain kind of way, right? And we're behaving certain kind of way now, obviously, because what you eat, you become what you eat. Because everything you put inside of the body become the material from which your blood is synthesized from, which then feed your cells and your tissues. See? So whatever you eat this week is going to become a part of you next week. So what I'm saying is, if we take a look back and all we can see, like how we live and interact with each other, is just distortion, conflict, and chaos, and tearing each other down, then in order for us to move in a different frequency, we can't be eating the same shit, because that type of food keep us in distortion. We're not in our right mental state. You see? So this is actually bigger than just, oh, it's just about eating some food. No, bro, this is about your fucking evolution. This is about you starting to evolve. You're not going to evolve your consciousness, you see, instead of a filthy temple full of dead carcasses. Is your body a graveyard, bro? Is your body a grave? Okay, why are you burying the dead inside of your body? Oh, this tea is so bitter. And that's one thing about nature. It's like the herbs that are bitter and taste disgusting are actually the things that are good for you. Literally. And the things that taste sweet and good is like, that's the type of shit that we like. But you need to also understand that there needs to be a balance. Okay, you are there eating sweet shit every day, every day, every day. Okay, there's going to be a time where you need to consume bitter things that don't taste good. You need a balance, yin yang. You're going to need that balance, right? So in order for us to start to evolve, we have to do things completely differently. And we have to start with the body. Okay, we have to start with the body, because it's inside of the body that your consciousness lives and thrives and move up or move down. Okay, when you're consuming these kind of things that are not complementary to your growth, it keeps you low vibratory, keeps you in a lower vibration, and so therefore it does not stimulate your growth process. So you're gonna have a choice. See, because at the end of the day, ain't nobody here forcing you to do anything. I'm gonna tell you what it is. I'm not going to sugarcoat shit, because I also realize that people like they want you to come on here and be like, oh, please, I beg of you, please stop eating your meat, please stop drinking your cowpox milk, oh, please stop eating your pig's ass bacon. This is what people want, bro. They want you to beg and be nice to them to stop eating some shit that's killing them, bro. This is crazy. But as I said, at the end of the day, you have a choice to make. Do you want to evolve, or do you want to stay in stagnation and die in your lower chakras, get reincarnated back to start over again? And according to some of the books that I've been reading, you see, about reincarnation by some of them yogis and stuff, they're saying that if you die in a lower vibration in your lower chakras, you actually become reincarnated back as an animal. I was like, damn, that's deep, you know? And the explanation was this is that your lower desires are animalistic, right? Because the body is technically made of the same materials that an animal is made from. Is it? Literally. You're not much different from the animals. We're all physical creation made up of the same elemental materials, right? So they're saying that if you stay in your lower desires or your lower faculties and you die while being inside of the lower chakras, you don't have enough energy to power up a body again. You see? So you're gonna become reincarnated as an animal. I mean, that's what I come across in the books. I'm not saying that this is a fact. Okay, I'm only telling you that while I was doing some deep research, and going through some of those esoteric and occult books, from way back, and for in them ancient books, that's what I came across in it, and I was like, that's interesting, but it does kind of make sense. And Sevan Bomar, which is one of my mentors, he says that if you live here as an animal, basically, why is it so hard to believe that you can reincarnate back as what you act like? And I was like, that actually kind of makes sense. If you live your entire life here behaving, acting like an animal, it's not so hard to conceive the thought that you can reincarnate it back as to what you act like in your last life. You see what I'm saying? Now take a look at how we live with each other. Isn't it very animalistic? Isn't that what animals do? They fight and tear each other down and this is my territory, stay out of my territory kind of shit. Fight over food. Because this is what people is doing on the internet. So again, as I said, I'm not gonna come up here and be, oh, please stop eating your meat. I'm not about to do that. I'm gonna tell you what it is. Okay, I'm not here to sugarcoat shit for you. I'm just telling you like what it is. It's your choice though. Is it? Either you want to evolve or you want to degenerate. If you want to evolve, as I said, you cannot consume the same things that's been keeping you in a lower state. Definitely you have to consume different things that's contributing to you getting in alignment with your higher states of consciousness or your higher states of awareness, right? Or your higher states of vitality in terms of health on a physiological level. You're going to have to put different kind of materials into the body that's contributing to that. Simple as that. Likewise, if you do not have any innate desire to evolve or to initiate a greater change into your own life, then you're just going to degenerate. You're just going to be over there sick, mentally discombobulated, hormones are down, can't see properly. You're going to be changing them fucking magnifying glasses, that you guys call prescription glasses, bro. That's the next thing. Y'all make being blind so normal, bro. Oh, I'm just gonna change my prescription glass. Oh, I'm just gonna put in some prescription contacts. You're sick. Okay? You're sick, that's what it is. Remember, okay, how were we able to diagnose people before we had the whole x-ray machines and all the sophisticated technology that the doctor used to test you? Okay, naturally, without those technology, how were we able to pinpoint when a person is sick? It's called iridology, okay? And iridology is the study of the iris of the eye. So my eyes are kind of red right now because I haven't slept since yesterday, right? But basically, you have 28,000 nerves in your body from every cell and every tissue actually terminates in your eye, okay? So iridology is you can look at the iris of a person's eye and you can tell what organ is down, what organ is not functioning, what ailments or disease that they have, right? So I want you to understand that every single nerve in your body is also connected directly into your eyes. So guess what? If you can't see, I got bad news for you. Okay? You're sick. It's not normal to go get no fucking prescription glasses, put that shit on. Because you're just wearing a magnifying glass, bro. Wearing that shit on and be like, oh, everything is good. Everything is normal. That's a disability, bro. But notice, people just wear prescription glass every day. Act like so that now I'm out. It's not normal to be walking around with a magnifying glass over your eyes, bro. God gave you natural eyes with the visual acuity to basically see and perceive reality. What happened? Okay, what happened when a person leave their glass or their glass break? They can't drive, they can't see shit. That's a disability. In fact, I personally believe that every person who wear glasses should be getting an SSI check. Okay? Because that's a disability, bro. Ain't nothing normal about it. So if you wear glasses, you need to go detox and clean out your organs so that you can see. Okay? Stop walking around with magnifying glasses acting like that's normal and that's okay. That's not okay. Okay? I see y'all doing it to children too, bro. You know, and this is the thing. Okay, this is the reason why I be getting mad sometimes, because it's like I literally watch y'all feed the kids mad fucking ice cream, mad cotton candy, um, Minute Maid, Capri Suns from concentrate, all the garbage, you know, all the candy bars, all the biscuits, all the Oreo cookies with milk, all the Snicker bars, all the Dorito chips, and all that type of shit. And then when the kids can't see, you're acting like shit is normal. Oh, I'm gonna just go to the doctor to get some glasses. Oh, the baby can't see. And see, and now that person becomes binded to a glasses for the rest of their life. Because once you wear a magnifying glass over your eyes will never ever work. They only get weaker. They only get weaker, bro. And then now you have to keep changing the magnifying glass to a stronger magnifying glass, which they call prescription glasses. Can you believe that shit? What type of illusion is people living in to where they're gonna be like, yo, a prescription glasses? What the fuck is that? That shit does not exist. You're just getting different level of magnifying glass to put over your eyes because you refuse to detox and cleanse your body out, and you refuse to eat God food and live right. It's as simple as that, bro. Y'all be keeping trying to sugarcoat shit. Even the word meat. People talking about, oh yeah, meat. There's no such thing as meat. Stop sugarcoating it. It's dead animals. Okay? Then y'all want to talk about, oh, poultry. What the fuck is a poultry, bro? It's dead animals, bro. But you see how they use words to try to sugarcoat shit so it can sound better than what it actually is? There's no such thing as meat or poultry. You're eating dead animal. The animal, y'all kill the animal, bro. And all of that trauma from the animal is also being what? Transferred over to you. Remember, these animals are inside of these little cages on these animal farms. They have to sit there and watch other animals being slaughtered. Okay, animals feel emotions, obviously, because I know you guys got pets. You know, in America, I see how you guys love your dogs. See you're over there with your poodles, kissing up on the dogs. I'm like, okay, it's a little bit extreme, because you guys do know that dogs carry parasite and herpes, right? Y'all out there kissing up on them dogs and shit. Okay, stop it. All right, but anyway, you guys are over there with your dogs and all that kind of stuff, right? But notice how everybody is mad at China for eating dogs. But what the fuck is the difference from you eating a dog and you eating a pig, or you eating a cow or a goat? Animals are animals. They all feel emotions, bro. But notice how y'all select a few of the animals that y'all like to eat, and literally discard the emotions of all the other animals just because you enjoy eating them. Do you see how fucked up people are in the mind psychologically? Again, these are the very same people who claim to be intellectuals and, bachelor degree, master degree, great academic feats, think that they know everything. This is how they think, bro. And I'm only trying to break this down to you because I want you to understand the psychological, mental process of people of the society. It's really backwards. And these are the people out there that are living and acting like everything is normal. Now, when these animals got to be there watching other animals being slaughtered and killed, right? That's trauma because they know that they're about to be next. Okay? They know that they're about to be next. Now, remember, when you kill an animal that's running away from you and that doesn't want to die, okay? Let's get into this a little bit metaphysics now, a little metaphysically. Remember, okay, when the animal is running away from you and it doesn't want to die, and it also sits there and watch other animals being slaughtered. Basically, the energetic signature that the animal is giving off is not the type of energy you want to put inside of your body. You see what I'm saying? Because the animal is scared, it's frightened, it's traumatized, bro. And so all of that fright, especially when it's being killed, is stored inside of its nervous system. You see what I'm saying? And that's the flesh that you're over there ripping up between your teeth. Talking about you eating for protein. And so now you kind of understand why people act even more animalistic, because they're eating animals, and the trauma, the characteristics, and the behavior is transferring. Remember, there is an energetic transfer. Just like when you have sex with people, because sex is a marriage on a spiritual level, both become one. There's an energetic transfer, right? Well, when you eat the flesh, because we all know that basically the life of any living organism is inside of his blood. You see what I'm saying? So you're eating all that meat with all that blood and all that nervous system. What do you think happened? You become more animal like, bro. This is why you be ready. You're ready to pop off on somebody, to fight somebody. You're never looking to uplift your brothers and sisters, but you're always trying to compete with them, trying to outdo them. It's always a competition. That's animalistic. You see? So the more animals y'all eat is the more y'all act more and behave more like animals. All right? Okay, let's answer some questions because we've been talking for quite a while. All right. Let's see here. Anabolic steroids have animal hormones, lots of it. Meat also. Okay, somebody says anabolic steroids have animal hormones, lots of it. Meat also, that's what make muscle grow. What, bro? What type of foolishness is that, bro? You see what I be talking about? You guys being brainwashed by all this science. You know what? Let me not even pay attention to that because that's like what? Just eat plants and get the amino acid from the plants, same place where the animals got it. Work out and build muscle. Simple. Just like how the gorilla, and the rhino and elephant eat plants and build muscle and gain strength. Simple. All this so science says and anabolic and but you're sick though. You see what I'm talking about? All right, let's see what questions we got here. Okay, someone says how to heal obesity. Eh, goddess, obesity is not something that needs to be healed. You need to be disciplined and stop eating food that create a lot of excess fat and cholesterol in the body. Because remember, you can never truly be obese if you're eating the right foods. See what I'm saying? So eat the right foods. Actually, go on a 14-day fruit fast, and you're gonna realize how much pounds you even lose within that 14 days. A lot. Okay, so obesity is not something that can be healed. Simply eat the right foods and be disciplined. Okay, because it's not a disease. Okay, someone says here, I fast. Do you think my under eye bags will go away? All right, so there's a few different reasons as to why people have bags underneath their eye. Okay, this about to get crazy. I don't know if you guys are ready for this one. All right, so whenever people work the graveyard shift, okay, you work a lot of overnights, right, and you're not getting enough sleep. Okay, they end up developing like these big bags under the eye, right, like this. They develop like some big bags under the eye. So that's one instance as to why you get eye bags on the eye. You work overnight shift and you're not getting sufficient sleep, right? Another factor is stress. Okay, when people are stressing a lot, okay, because remember when you're stressed, you kind of burn out the adrenal glands. You have adrenal burnout, and you'll develop like big bags underneath the eyes, right? Now, the third thing that actually creates bags under the eyes are people who have a lot of anal sex, right? And basically they shock the vagus nerve, and that causes a big eye bags to be underneath the eye. Okay, so those are the three cases of why a person may have big bags underneath their eye. If you look at a lot of the so-called, what do you call these people again? Congress. Like if you look at the congressmen, right? You notice all of them got like this big eye bag underneath their eyeballs. It's because they're doing some shit. Okay, they're doing some shit. Guys, I'm actually running out of English right now, so you can hear my English, and my mind is not keeping up with my English anymore. So I can't speak English for a long time. So eventually it starts to break, and I can't really explain or articulate. So my brain is kind of running out of English right now. You see me I say? Yeah. Okay, brown spots underneath your feet, you need to do a parasite cleanse. Okay, so also what you can do, you can take your fingers and like squeeze the bottom of your heel and go like this. And if you feel any kind of sensitivity, then you know that you got parasites. Okay, you're gonna have hookworms and tapeworms, and they'll create like a lot of spots underneath your foot as well. All right. How to get rid of allergies? Okay, remember that allergies are caused by what? Heavy metals in your body from the jabs. Okay, I'm talking about the ones that you get as a baby as well, right? So heavy metals are what cause you to be allergic. Okay, because remember, it's not even normal to be allergic to nature, right? There's people out there where they can't handle the pollen. Okay, or they start to eat a piece of banana, they're allergic to banana. They're allergic to Brazil nuts. They're allergic to dates. They're allergic to apple. They're allergic to coconuts. That's not normal. It's not normal for you to be allergic to nature and what's natural, or the natural food that God created for you. You see, you're having an allergic reaction because you have heavy metals in your body from the jabs that they've given you. Okay? But some of the herbs that are very good for allergies are stinging nettle root. Okay, stinging nettle root is very, very good for allergy. Guinean weed, very, very good for allergies, right? So if you had the jab when you was a child, I mean, it's still not too late. Do heavy metal detox. Okay, so you can do, say, 14 days on chlorophyll. Chlorophyll, we're talking about the natural chlorophyll, though. We're not talking about that synthetic shit that people be buying. Over there, you're talking about they dropping a little drop of chlorophyll in their water and shake it up. You're drinking a bottle of carcinogen. Real chlorophyll is extracted from real green plants. It's a plant's blood, right? So when you get some, say, cilantro, you get some kale, you get some dandelion greens, you get some arugula, you get some watercress, a cucumber and some green apples, and you juice everything together, you get a green juice. Now you have chlorophyll. Now, chlorophyll is also a deodorizer, so it's going to cleanse your blood. It's going to build white blood cells, red blood cells. It's going to pull heavy metals out of the body. You see? So chlorophyll is the one. What can help with chronic pancreas healing? Now remember that once your pancreas become inflamed by the starches that you've been eating, right? Or you got parasites in the body that's inside of the pancreas, right? So you end up with chronic pancreas. So now the pancreas is not able to produce sufficient amount of insulin to get out into the bloodstream to allow your cells to utilize the glucose as energy, right? So what you need to do, you need to heal the pancreas. You need to restore the pancreas. What you're going to need, you're going to need bitter melon. Okay? Bitter melon is actually clinically studied to heal and regenerate the entire pancreas. Okay? Also, Cersei, Jamaican Cersei, get the Jamaican Cersei, boil the Jamaican Cersei and drink it. That's going to be healing your pancreas. Mango leaves, very, very good for your pancreas. There's another herb that's called Prodigosa or Brickella, very good for healing the pancreas, and it has actually been utilized throughout ancient traditions, and indigenous tribes have been utilizing the Brickella or the Prodigosa herb to heal the pancreas. You know, in fact, I was actually thinking about actually creating some capsules, like powdering down the Brickella and start to actually offer those for people who wants to go through the healing of the pancreas. So it's just that we have a lot of work right now with a lot of different products and try to keep up with all the orders. I didn't want to really add additional workload, but I'm going to consider it over this weekend. Okay, what can help with gout? So remember that gout is a what? It's a condition of the liver, right? So instead of actually asking what can help with gout, we need to focus on healing the liver. Do you see how in the society that they like to give shit name? They make up all this other name. Oh, diabetes and arthritis. Them shit doesn't really exist. What diabetes is when the food you've been eating burn out your pancreas, and now your pancreas, can produce sufficient insulin to actually do its job. What arthritis is when you have a lot of acids in your bones, right? Remember that once you have a lot of acid in the bones, your body's gonna send what? White blood cells or mucus or inflammation to go and soothe the acid. And now you have what? Acid and inflammation inside of the bones because you're not stop eating the food that's creating the acid in the body, right? So because the acid stays present inside of the bones, the body is trying to soothe the acid by sending inflammation or the white blood cells there, which we call mucus, because mucus is also very important inside of your body. Okay? We know that Dr. Sebi said mucus is the cause of all disease. That's actually not 100% correct. You see? Mucus is not the cause of all disease. Acid is. The body sends mucus there to soothe the acid, to stop the burning. But because you constantly eat the same shit that's producing more acid, then the body keeps sending more inflammation, right? More white blood cells, right? It sends more mucus there to the area. So mucus is actually sent there to help. But because your body stays in a condition of acidosis, the body keeps sending more mucus. And now we have an overproduction of mucus, which then what does mucus do? Mucus prevent oxygen from getting to your cells. Just like whenever your nose is stuffy, like when you have a cold and your nose is stuffy and you can't breathe, right? Because air cannot go through mucus. So once you have mucus in a certain part of the body, then the cells can't breathe. So remember that your cells have what we call mitochondria. Mitochondria is the component of your cells that are responsible for respiration. You see? So now you have mucus in the area, and as you're breathing, because remember, as you're breathing in oxygen, the oxygen goes to your lungs, right? Then the iron snatches the oxygen molecules and then generate hemoglobins, which then transports the oxygen to your cells. So right now that you're looking at me and we're both here having this conversation, that process is being taking place right now. Each breath that you take, it goes down to the lungs, right? The iron in your lungs the iron snatched up the oxygen molecule, generate hemoglobins, right? Which are transporters of oxygen to transport the oxygen all over the body to give to each cell. So right now, as you're breathing, your cells are breathing with you. In and out, your cells are breathing with you. You see? So when you have mucus in a certain area of the body, it prevents those cells from getting oxygen, and those cells stifle and die. Dying cells create erosion. Erosion creates what? the environment for diseases to manifest. You see what I'm saying? So now you understand how diseases are formed into the body. So likewise, a person that have arthritis have too much acid inside of their bones. Then what happened? The body's gonna send mucus there to basically soothe the burning, because mucus is gonna soothe the acid. But because you're still eating the fucking Popeye's chicken and you're still eating the steak, you're still eating the Dunkin' Donuts and the McDonald's and Wendy's, what happened is the body stays in that state of acidosis, and so therefore the inflammation stays. Those cells, those bone cells cannot breathe. They can't get no oxygen, so they start to break down. Now you have what we call arthritis. See what I'm saying? Same thing inside of the pancreas. When you're eating the white rice, you're eating the fucking bread, all them starches you're eating and processed sugar. You're drinking the soda, you're eating the ice cream, you're eating the donuts with that gelatin full of sugar, right? You burn out the lining of the pancreas. Inside of your pancreas, we have what we call the pancreatic duct, right? I don't think I have a diagram. Do I have a diagram close by? No, I don't have a diagram. So inside of your pancreas, we have what we call the pancreatic duct, right? So once the lining of the pancreas, which is the pancreatic duct, become burnt out, what happened now? Inflammation is gonna go there to try to fix the issue again. You see? And now what happened is, because you're still consuming the same shit, so the inflammation is now blocking the insulin from getting out to the bloodstream. Because remember, your pancreas never really stopped producing insulin, or else you're dead. Okay? If your pancreas ever stop producing insulin, you're dead. So the pancreas is producing insulin, but it cannot really get out into the bloodstream unhindered because there's so much acid and inflammation in there, right? Now you go to the doctor, you're diagnosed with what they call diabetes. See what I'm saying? But is diabetes really something that exists? No. And now you start to tell people like, yo, I got diabetes. See? Now you start to use your throat chakra, your words of power, and you're now manifesting a disease into your own life that you don't even have. Do you see how deep this goes? Because remember, words have power. That's why in the Bible they say, in the beginning, God said the word and created everything. It's only symbolically telling you that your words have power. Because guess what? Right now, if I show you a picture of your vocal cords, it's the same thing as a woman's vagina. Did you know that? Did you know that your throat, your vocal cord, is the very same thing as a woman's vagina? Made up of the same material, designed the very same way, literally. So you literally have a womb inside of your throat. So when you're saying things, you're birthing things into existence. You're bringing it to life. That's why affirmations are so powerful. See? Because what you say is power. It creates your reality. So when you're walking around telling people that, yo, I got arthritis, I got diabetes, that shit doesn't even exist, because we just proved to you that it doesn't exist. You have certain internal condition based off you violating the cosmic arrangement. See? You violated, you see, put it like this, the laws of the universe or the laws of God, because obviously, bro, you take a look out into nature, what do you see? The apple tree is giving you free apples. Notice, nature give you food and give it to you for free. The cherry trees is giving you cherries for free. The coconut tree is giving you coconuts. Watermelons giving you melons. The berries tree giving you berries. See, all the trees that come up out of the earth is giving you food for free in abundance. So notice, you get fruits. Your family get fruits. Your neighbor get fruits. Your out of town relative get fruits. What y'all don't want, the birds get it. What the birds don't want, fall off on the ground, the animals get it. See, what the animals don't want, the insects get it. What the insect doesn't want goes back to become fertilizer for a new plant. See, can you see the wisdom in how nature expresses itself? So nature is giving you the proper food to eat, which is going to actually complement your genetical structure, put life into your body, give you radiance. See, but you don't want that. You want to go to the supermarket to go buy Snicker bars, right? And big jars of mayonnaise and buns and breads and waffles. Who the fuck even eat some shit called waffles? Like, where did that shit even come from? Who got up in their right mind and said, we're going to invent something called a waffle and we're going to eat it in the morning, see, with a large tsunami of processed sugar called syrup, high fructose syrup. Isn't that crazy? And listen, y'all get up every single day and you abide by the program. Then when you're not having waffles, you're having a big dish, a large dish of cow puss milk that you actually molested the cow. Because think about it, bro. The cow's milk was for the baby cow. How did you end up over there with your hands on that cow's breast, squeezing that milk out? Isn't that rape? Isn't that rape? Bro, that's rape, bro. So in the morning, you now have this big bowl of cow puss milk. And now you're eating with what? So-called cereal. GMO corn, synthesized and pressed out, heated with processed sugar. And that's what you're eating and that's what you're giving to your kids. Listen. I see how y'all operate in this country. Oh, Jimmy, come get your cereal. Big bowl of milk, full of processed sugar, full of hormones. And you wonder why people are crazy in this country. It's wild. Then you want to walk around and talking about you're lactose intolerant. That shit doesn't exist. There's no such thing. You're just not a baby cow, bro. Leave the animals alone. Focus on raising your vibration and raising your consciousness. Like, I don't understand what's this obsession with exploding animals. Why do you need animal secretion to live? Why do you need animal body fluid to live? People want to talk about the beef is juicy, the chicken leg is juicy. It's not juicy, bro. That's the animal's body fluid, bro. You see what I'm talking about? Do you see how y'all thought process work? Talking about juicy chicken and juicy beef, medium rare steak to make it juicy. No, bro, you're eating the animal's body fluid. Technically, that's like you having sex with an animal, really, if you really want to get real about it. Because when you have sex with a person, don't y'all transfer body fluids, really? Y'all mixing body fluids, right? So you out here exchanging body fluids with an animal, bro. On a spiritual level, you're having sex with an animal. Let's be real. So ain't no such thing as a juicy piece of meat, bro. That's the animal's body fluid, bro. That's actually very nasty. All right, so tribe, I actually got a few orders to go ship out. All right. So just before we go, I just want to listen. Just before we go, I just want to remind you, okay? Right now, you're here and you're a part of something, okay? I'm also a part of this something, whatever it is. I'm not gonna sit here and act like I know everything and what's everything that's going on, okay? But what I can tell you is you're coming into a higher level of awareness when you start to go within and when you start to raise your consciousness and raise your vibration, right? You're going to start to unlock your higher faculties. 90% of human beings right now, they're operating out of their lower faculties. It's all about sex and food and competition and ego, outdoing the other person, tearing down the other person, trying to be better than the other person. That's the lower faculties. That's the lower chakras. See? Notice 90% of people operate into those faculties every day. It's the reason why the Shade Room have over 30 million followers, right? But on Instagram, I know Instagram pages that's dropping heavy level amount of knowledge that can actually help people to get to the next level. And those pages only have like fucking 3,000, 4,000 followers. Nobody's following them, but everybody can be over on the shade room, right? So it goes to show you that people are attracted to certain kind of information because they're operating at a lower frequency. So I want you to understand that you have lower faculties and you have higher faculties. If you only live in your lower faculties, then you did not live a fulfilled life. See, because you didn't get to unlock or experience your higher faculties. You need to move your consciousness up into the higher faculties. In order to do so, you're going to need to what? You're going to need to start to clean out and take care of the physical body. You see? Because remember, you have the physical body, you have the mental body, you have the spirit body or the astral body, right? Well, if you don't get the physical body in order, you're not going to be able to tap into more into the mental body. This is also why meditation is so important. I always stress the importance of meditation because meditation is what have helped me to have come this far within my own consciousness, within my own awareness. Okay? It wasn't from no books. It wasn't from watching no YouTube videos. It wasn't from listening to no so-called gurus. It wasn't from no religion. It wasn't from no cult initiations. None of that. Okay? I went out into nature and I eat them fruits and vegetables, drink that spring water. I ground myself and I meditate. I sit out there, 30 minutes, 40 minutes to an hour, and I meditate every day. You see? Even a couple of hours ago, I meditate. When I get off here, I'm going to meditate because I'm going into my inner world to make that connection with my higher self, you see, or with my soul. So I can only really recommend the things that I know actually work, which is you going within your own self to discover who you truly are. See, being here right now and on the TV all the time, on TikTok or on Instagram all the time, scrolling, that's not getting you nowhere because you still don't know who you are. If I ask you who you are and what your purpose is, 90% of the time you're going to give me your name that your parents gave you. But who were you before your parents gave you a name? You see? That's what you need to go and find out. Who are you before your parents gave you a name? Go find that the fuck out. How are you going to find that out? Not in no fucking dogmatic religion, not on no TV, not no YouTube so-called guru. You got to go within yourself. Okay? You have to do the actual work. Which also brings us to the other thing. I truly trust and hope that with all the information that we've shared, because I do show up to share this information, with the thought process that it can be potentially beneficial to you on your journey. Why? Because we're all going through this experience together. You see what I'm saying? And once you can pull your consciousness up out of the lower realms, you start to realize that we're all here on a journey and we're all just one big family. Okay, right now we may be just conflicting. We may be fighting right now, right? But that's because we're not in the awareness of who we are and realizing that each and every person is just another version of you. So yes, you can look at me right now through your screen and you don't know me personally. We probably never met each other. And you probably think I'm a stranger, but I'm not a stranger. You see? From the logical left brain perspective, yes, I'm a stranger. You see? Through logics and reasoning, you can say I'm a stranger physically. But spiritually, we're no strangers. We're just versions of the same thing being expressed in different variables. Because if you look out into nature, don't you see flowers, all different type of flowers? But they're all flowers. Okay? Animal kingdom, you see all different type of animals, but they're all animals, right? All different type of birds, but they're all birds. So notice that God or the universe expresses itself into different variables. But we're all from the same source, right? And each and every person is unique though. So we're not different, we're just unique. You see? That's really all it is. So by coming into that level of awareness and understanding, you realize that, okay, since you're here, you're part of this, you also have a responsibility to contribute something to this because you are a part of it. You see? I'm just another version of you. You're just another version of me. So therefore, any information that I come into the knowing or the awareness of that have assist me on my personal journey to unlock greater versions of myself and to raise my consciousness to a higher level, I'm going to share that with you so that so that it can be potentially beneficial to you on your journey as well. Literally, that's just what it is. And ever since I came into the world, just like right now, you see how confused I am by, like, literally, I'm so fucking confused about how people think, or what they think life is, because it's just been distortion. Okay, so ever since I came into the world, I have this level of awareness to just know that, okay, there has to be more to this. This is not the way we're supposed to be living, right? So it's like seeing all of this just happening and happening as the year go by. If you notice, 2002, things get worse. 2001, things get worser. 2003, 4, 5, 6, 7, things just keep getting worse and worse and worse. And I'm like, why are we degrading? Why aren't we growing? Why aren't we harmonizing? So obviously there has to be some kind of disconnect within the consciousness, right? Because you go outside right now, you look at somebody too long, they're ready to fight you, ready to pop off on you. And it's like, okay, why do you have that type of energy though? Why are you walking around with that type of energy inside of your being? Why can't you see that everything is connected? Why can't you feel connection and resonance with others? Why do you feel that desire that you want to hurt somebody, or you want to tear somebody down or outdo them? See what I'm saying? Obviously, there's a disconnect within the consciousness. Now, in order for us to harmonize, right, and close the gap of this disconnect, we have to raise our consciousness, because if our consciousness is in the lower aspects of who we are, is at the lowest aspects of who we are, it means that we're going to be interacting with each other on an animalistic way. Damn, who's calling me this early? Okay. Right? So what I'm saying is, then that kind of broke my thought process a little bit. So what I'm saying is, right, obviously, if we're behaving in an animalistic way with each other, that's because the consciousness is all the way down into a lower aspect of self, right? So obviously we need to rise to the higher faculties, to the higher aspect of self, so that we can close the gap or the disconnect between our consciousness, so that we can start to realize that, wait a minute, that's another version of me right there. And that's how we're going to start to really so-called heal the world. Because remember, you cannot change the world, okay? It's impossible for you to change the world, okay? Because each person is independent of their own existence, basically. Everybody has their power of free will. So the only way the world can change is unless 7.8 billion people actually initiate that change within their own selves. And then as a collective, the world become a changed place. See what I'm saying? So we just need to raise our consciousness to start to make that connection and realizing that, why the fuck are we in the same reality, in the same lifetime, but we're fighting ourselves and tearing ourselves down? Who programmed us to be this way? Who programmed you to be tearing each other down every single day of life? What's the prize? What's the benefit? Did you gain some type of advancement? What did you get? Nothing. So can you see how we're living in an illusion, and we get up every single day and we do the same shit? So I just want you to be able to see that humanity right now is mentally in a state of sickness, physically, mentally, and spiritually. And so we want to use our life force energy to harmonize and bring everything back together into wholeness, bring everybody back together into harmony. So that's my energetic signature. So I can only be myself and be a representation of the energy that I hold within me. And that's what brought me here today. And I'm going to be here until the whole reality melts down, until I'm not supposed to be here anymore, you see? So I'm just trying to connect with all the like-minded beings that are out there that's want us to build and connect. And I appreciate all of you that actually be here in the space right now, because just by even being here with me so early, we're holding a space and we're holding a vibration. Okay, we're creating a space where we can literally come together and build in a positive way. Not gossiping about others, not tearing nobody else down, because each person that you tear down, you're tearing down yourself. Because remember, that's just another version of who you are. And that's how karma comes around, because everything goes around, comes around. Just like how the sun is going around, or the zodiac signs, everything's spinning. Everything that comes around goes around. See what I'm saying? So that's why we're here, and we're just going to keep building. And I just want you to understand that in order for us to move forward in a more positive light or a more harmonic frequency, we have to become more harmonic within our beings. You see, because you can only give something that you have. If you do not possess harmony and love within you, there's no way you can give love and harmony, because you have to have something to give it, right? So you have to first create that into your body, or find it within yourself. Then you have that harmony to put out into the external reality, to even create that space of harmony for others. How you going to create that space of harmony when you don't have harmony within? So that's what we aim to do. All right. And that's why we're here. And with that being said, wholeness, love, vibration to everybody out there. I know it's early, and make sure that you don't start off today with no bacon, egg, and cheese and no garbage. Start off today putting some real divine substance into your body. Because remember, a part of your growth and your self-love journey is how you actually take care and nurture yourself. When you take care and you nurture yourself, that's like you saying to the Creator, if you want to put it that way, or you saying to God, or you showing appreciation for what you have. Also, you showing that appreciation to your ancestors, because remember, the body have been passed down to you. Because your mother and your father put their bodies together, their body fluids together, right, to create your body to allow you to be into the physical manifestation right now. So you loving yourself, taking care of your temple, you see, that's an that's an expression of appreciation. So when you get up in the morning, don't put no garbage into your body. Put things that's going to be nurturing your body. See what I say? Yeah. So guys, I have not been to sleep yet. Okay, because I had so much orders and I wanted to try to get as much as orders as possible. I still got to ship out 40 more orders, so I'm just now about to go to sleep. Okay, today is Venus Day. As to why I'm wearing the color green, because I know people are going to be like, yo, what's up with the colors? So Venus Day is Friday. Friday is Venus Day. The color of Venus is actually green. Actually, why I'm wearing the malachite crystal. These are all resonance of Venus, right? Also, keep in mind that these planets are also inside of your body as your chakras. So above, so below, okay? The 7 visible planets are where we got the 7 days of the week from. Because each day, Monday is actually Moon Day. So notice, but they're not going to teach you this in school, right? But notice that Monday is Moon Day, because the moon is in control on Monday. You see? So the colors of the moon is actually silver, gray, and white. So if you wear silver, gray, or white on Monday, technically you're in resonance with the moon. So now you're rolling with the power of a celestial body. So like everything that you're about to do is going to work out better for you, because you're rolling with the energy of a celestial body. You're in resonance with the planet that's in control of that day. Then Tuesday comes over, that's Mars. You see, Wednesday is Mercury. Thursday is Jupiter. Jupiter is the color blue. So on Thursday, I normally got on like my blue head tie, even though I wear it a lot because that's like one of the colors that I really like. So on Thursday, I'll wear blue. You see, like a blue shirt. Or if I'm not wearing a blue shirt, I wear like a blue head tie, just to have on a color that resonate with the planet that's in control. Friday is Venus. Venus is green, so I'm wearing green to basically get in the resonance of the frequency that's coming off Venus. I'm going to explain it a little bit more deeper, right? Then Saturday is Saturn. Okay, so Saturn takes over control, and Saturn give off its magnetic radiation on so-called Saturday. Then Sunday is the sun. So even though the sun comes out every day, of course, but on Sunday the sun gives off like a powerful magnetic radiation, whatever. And so if you wear gold on Sunday, or you wear the color yellow on Sunday, because you're matching up with the frequency or the color of that planet, you basically start to match the frequency, and now you're in resonance and in alignment with the frequency that's in control. See? So also notice why they call your closet a wardrobe or wardrobe. Okay? Wardrobe. Because technically, based on what you put on, you're like going to war. You see? So let's just say today on Venus Day, if I was wearing the color red, that's Mars. Technically, you're going to war with Venus because you're wearing a frequency that's going against the planet that's in control. Because remember, these planets or celestial bodies are what make up the physical reality. They control certain aspect of the physical reality. That's why on a full moon, the tides start to raise because the moon controls water, right? Which is also why on full moon, people start to get horny because the moon is pulling on their water because the human body is 70% water, right? So when the tide raise or on a full moon, everybody get horny, everybody want to procreate. If you go out into nature on a full moon, you see all the insects are having sex because the moon controls procreation. You see? And obviously, if the sun doesn't come out, then your vegetables or your plants can't grow. So I'm just trying to show you that these celestial bodies are what control the physical reality. So if you can match up with the frequencies of these celestial bodies, then you're kind of like rocking with that force as well. So by you wearing certain clothes that matches because colors are frequency. See, so when you're wearing certain colors, you're wearing the frequency to match the frequency of certain celestial bodies on the days that they're in control. And now you're rolling with that force. They're not going to teach you this in school because that's going to make you too powerful. You see what I'm saying? They will never teach you this kind of knowledge in school. These are the kind of knowledge that they hide away in esoteric circles and they put it in occult and secret societies because they don't want people in the public to ever come into a certain level of awareness, and certain knowledge because it empowers you and you start to gain more awareness of how things are constructed in the physical reality. And now you're going to know how to navigate throughout these spaces. See? If you know how to navigate throughout these spaces, you can't really be controlled. See? In society, they don't want anybody that they can control. Clearly, you can tell what they did with the whole jabs in the pandemic. See, because that's what they're doing. They're controlling you, bro. That's why they use your job to force you to go get the jab because it's all about control. It wasn't about no virus and no sickness and them trying to help you, bro. It's all about control. What do you think they tell you to put the freaking mask over your face? For you to comply. It was all about compliance because it didn't make sense. Think about it. Why would you be able to why would you have to have a mask in your face, right? But once you go in the restaurant, you can take it off and eat. Once you get on a plane and they're giving you the snacks, now you can take the mask off to eat. Common sense. Is that really about safety and them trying to protect you? No, it's about compliance. It's about you're going to wear this mask when I tell you to wear this mask. You're going to take these chemicals in your body whenever I tell you to take it. So everything here is about control. Curfew. Can't leave your house. Everything is about control. You see? So they're not going to give you certain kind of knowledge in school because that's going to empower you. And if you're empowered, you're too firm in your square. Nobody can push you off your square. See? They don't want that. They want to create beings that they can just control, exploit. Obviously, because right now I see they're exploiting everybody's sickness for profit. They're poisoning you in the food. The same corporation that approved the ingredients in your food, to get you sick is the same corporation that also approved the drugs for you to take. I mean, can you put two and two together here and realize what's going on? So everything here in society is all about control. Okay? So this is why you need to empower yourself. This is why you need to unlearn and relearn. Do you really believe that the stuff they teach you in school was gonna make you mentally powerful and knowing who you are and how to start to tap into yourself and expand your consciousness and awareness? Obviously not. Because even the meaning to the words that they give you are not even the correct meanings. You have to go to etymology. If you want to know the true meaning to a word, you have to go to etymology. Not Webster's dictionary, bro. Not going on Google and asking what this means. Which a lot of people also don't know that Big Pharma owns Google. You see, this is why it'd be so funny. Sometimes when I'm sharing certain fact, and I look at the comment section, and these are people going to Google, and copy and come back over here to paste it because they're trying to discredit they're trying to discredit the knowledge. And the next thing, when you're doing research, try and use DuckGo. It's best if you use DuckGo. Don't ever go to Google and type some shit in. You're gonna get modified information. Okay, everything is modified to give you a feedback to basically delude you. So you're researching something and you go to Google and you type it in, and boom, the first page pop up, right? And you read a few articles and you think that what they told you there is true. Very far from it. In fact, when you go to Google and you search something, what you're going to get back on the first page are all the people that actually paid to basically get their information to stay on the front line. If you scroll down and you go to like say 5, 6, 7 page back, you'll even get more better information. You see? So just as a reminder for the people out there. Yes, and all articles are actually paid. Okay? For instance, if you go to Google right now and type in, okay, I don't really use the word cure because, Big Pharma owns the word cure, so I never claim to cure anything. Never. Okay? Because they own that word. Okay? But we heal people. So if you go to Google right now and you type in HPV, something simple as that, what is Google going to tell you? There's no cure for HPV. Well, we have healed many people of it with the medical records. Okay? You go to Google, type in herpes or some shit. They're going to tell you there's no cure for it. They're going to tell you there's no cure for lupus. Well, we have medical records of healing lupus from clients. You see what I'm saying? So if these are the systems that you're using to validate truth, they already got you, bro. See? This is why you need to be cultivating wisdom and knowledge. See? And doing your meditation and going within and start taking mastery over your mind. All right. But with that being said, thank you guys for joining in today. And we had a great build. And I trust and hope that you're going to have a wholesome, productive day today. And just understand that everything that you need, you already possess it within yourself. Okay? Everything that you need. Listen, you did not come here with nothing. Okay? You came here with everything, but you have to go inside to get it. Your greatest treasures are already within you. You have to go within to fucking unlock it. You see? Or what they call, they're talking about the Pandora box and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, you got to go within to unlock yourself. Bring out the uniqueness of your substance, or of your soul substance, you see? And bring it out to the external world. All right? And big up on yourself. Take care of yourself. I'm completely out of English right now. Like, I'm struggling to speak English at this point because, English is not my first language. So when I do talk, I have to do a lot of thinking. Then I have to try to match up my vocal cords just to try to articulate it. But it would have been easier for me if I could just speak in my natural way, but you guys are not going to understand. You know what I say? So, because I have to do so much thinking, me not burn out after a while. You get what I say? So, yeah, man. So, big up on yourself and take care of yourself. I go all asleep right now because, as I said, I not get no sleep from yesterday because I did kind of day up at work all night. Is it? So, yeah. I'm fasting. I'm on day 17 of my fast. Okay. I haven't ate no food in 17 days. Okay. No food at all. No cooked food. No nothing. Okay. The most I eat sometimes is today. I did have a few seeded grapes here, right? And I had a piece of papaya. And I eat like a little piece of the papaya. I was kind of skeptical about this papaya too because it didn't contain as much seed as it normally is. So I'm like, yo, where the fuck did they get this shit from? Right? But I guess this one come from Mexico. And it does smell good too, so it's good papaya. Right? So that's pretty much what I'm gonna be having, like a little piece of papaya today. And I have some seeded grapes, right? I have a cup of tea. This tea is actually cinchona bark. Okay, this tea is a cup of tea right here that I'm having. And Okay, I know where the water is at. And as you guys can tell, and I'm having water. Everything here that I'm introducing to my body comes from where? Comes directly from source, from God, which means that I can never be sick because I'm eating and putting the things into the body that the body was designed for, right? How can we prove this? Well, the oxygen that you're breathing right now is coming from where? The trees, which means that your life is dependent upon the plant kingdom. But aren't these very same isn't the very same plant kingdom giving you the fruits for you to eat and giving you the medicine, the leaves and the barks? So do you see how easy it is for you to get back into alignment? I don't get headaches. I don't get tired. I don't get sick. What the fuck is a sickness? I don't even use my medical insurance, bro. I have a medical insurance for no reason. Never use it. Never will even need it. The only time I use that shit is when I want to go take a look at my blood work. And sometimes I'm only looking at my blood work just to boost my ego. Like I'm only being honest. I only do my blood work to boost my ego. Because when I look at my blood work, I'm like, oh, perfection. Oh, perfection. You know, literally. That's the only thing I use my medical insurance to do. What else do I need it for? I'm not going to them doctors that don't know more than me. What do they know? They don't know anything. They can't heal nobody. They've never healed nobody before. Obviously, their knowledge and wisdom, you see, is not credible at all because it's not getting no actual result. You see what I say? So it's so simple. Put the foods into the body that God or nature designed for you to put inside of the body, then the body is going to operate and function like how it was designed to function. Okay? Simple. Don't be putting no fucking dead animals inside your gut to decompose. That's why when people be using the bathroom, bro, it smell like dead dogs, bro. It's so obnoxious. And what do? They buy air fresheners to try to freshen up the air, which was already fresh, which means that you just contaminated God's air. You see, the trees are giving off fresh oxygen, bro. So if you use the bathroom and the whole place stinks, I mean, what does that tell you, bro? You just contaminated God's air. You're going against nature because nature's pushing out fresh oxygen and you're walking around with your body polluting the air. Then you want to go buy a bottle of chemicals to spray in the air talking about you're freshening up the air. Can you see how mentally and psychologically off we are? And for some reason, all of this is normal. Instead of everybody's house, they got air fresheners in their bathroom. Bro, listen, I'm not saying that the waste matter that your body release may not have certain kind of smell to it, but it should not be obnoxious to where you yourself can't withstand it, bro. If you yourself cannot withstand the stench of what's coming outside of your own body, bro, that's crazy. See? That means you're literally decomposing from the inside. You're rotting out from the inside. Why? Because you have the dead. You've buried the dead inside of your body. Listen, you can call it meat all you want. Oh, it's meat. Oh, it's protein. You're burying the dead inside of your body. Is your body a graveyard? The last time I checked, bro, that's where they bury dead bodies, at the cemetery. So is your body a cemetery? Is it? I mean, I have to ask because the last time, even for you, a Christian, the last time I checked the Bible, it says the body is the temple of God. And yes, I checked myself. I went upstairs and my grandmother had a Bible and I had to double check this shit. I had to double check. The Bible does say that the body is the temple of God, bro. So how did you come by burying the dead inside of it and turning the temple into a cemetery? How was that? The next thing I had to look up in my grandmother's Bible the other day, during the pandemic, I saw the churches taking the jabs and promoting the jabs. So I say, how would the blood clot are going? Because in time me that grew up, okay, from me a little bit of youth, I grew up, right? Me a Christian, them say, yo, no weapon formed against me shall prosper. That's what y'all say. No weapon formed against you shall prosper. and you be quoting the scriptures so heavy. So how come during the pandemic, y'all took the jab and the church was even giving out the jab and promoting the jab? Bro, I had to go upstairs to wake my grandmother up and say, yo, grandma, where's your Bible? I had to double check, bro. The Bible does says it. No weapon formed against you shall prosper. So what happened to that? You see? Do you see how people be out there literally living blind faith? Don't the verse in Bible says the herbs are the healing of the nation? Where's the church? So how come y'all are taking medications, man? The Bible say the herbs are the healing of the nation. What happened? What happened? This is what I be talking about. See, that shit doesn't make no sense, does it? But nobody thinks. Nobody question anything. Everybody just get up every day. Whatever the TV and the news says, yay. Whatever the celebrity says, yay. You know, whatever these doctors who have never healed nobody says, everybody jump, yay. Whatever these fake nutritionists says, everybody jump, yay. Fake scientists, pseudoscience, everybody's just jumping. I'm over here just watching the whole thing. Like, where the fuck am I? Like, literally, sometimes I really sit down to myself and be like, am I really in a reality where this shit is going on? Like, is this really for real? I'll be really like looking at my hands and be like, yo, am I really in a physical body? Like, how did I end up here, bro? Sometimes I ask myself, like, yo, did I really choose to come here? You know, because in some of the spiritual books, they're like, yo, they're saying in the spiritual books that your soul actually decided to reincarnate you here because it knows that you had a mission to complete, and it knows that you're able to basically overcome all the challenges and learn whatever lessons you're supposed to learn. But I'm like, yo, did my soul literally, did I really choose to come here in this place? Like, sometimes I have to really question even my own existence, bro. Like, what the fuck? Like, am I really a part of something this chaotic? Nobody thinks. Everybody just live according to whoever programmed them or whoever programmed that they believe in. Notice I'm not on here to tell you about no belief and no programs or no nothing. I'm leading you back to yourself. Notice I don't come on here asking you for nothing. I don't ask you to cash at me shit because I don't want nothing from you because I'm abundant. You see? I'm abundant in consciousness and awareness. You see? And gift and talent. I don't come on here asking you to buy nothing or buy no course or do this or cash out this or none of that. I don't want anything from you. All I need you to do is to tap into yourself. All I need you to do is to love yourself. Simple. Start to work on your consciousness. That's how we're going to make this a better place. As I said, you see, one person or two person or 10 person can't change the world. Nobody can just change the world. Each of those 7.8 billion, even though I know that number is fake too, right? But just for general conversation, each one of those 7.8 billion per people individually have to make those necessary changes within themselves. Then as a collective, the world will change. You see? So I just want you to realize that your body can heal from anything. There's no such thing as you having a disease forever. No such thing. The body can heal from anything through fasting. Okay? The herbs are the healing of the nation. This is not something whether if you believe it or not. It's basic common sense, right? Okay. Can any medical doctor show you any records of anybody they've ever healed before? No, because what they're using doesn't have any type of healing essence or capability. But can we show you medical records of people that have healed from diseases? Yes. Why? Because nature did the healing. I didn't do the healing, really. I guide you through the process and align you back to nature, and your body does the healing. So I want you to understand that, okay? It's your body that does the healing, not me. My own body did the healing I need and still doing the healing that I need for me. It's your body that's going to do the healing. All I'm doing as a herbalist, see, because I come from a long lineage of medicine men and medicine women, see, and I have the connection or the knowledge of the plants and the fruits and different things. All I'm doing is just guiding you back to yourself, because in true reality, it's not like I'm teaching you anything. I'm really not even teaching you anything, because you have your higher self knows everything already. I'm only a reminder. You see? Literally, that's all it really is. So I want you to realize that your body can heal itself from anything if you provide the body the right condition to do so. Your body's not going to heal because you're getting in the way of the body. So likewise, you see, just like when you get a cut on your arm, because think about it, ever since you were a toddler up until now, you've got many cuts, bro. You even cut your finger with a knife accidentally a lot of times. How did the body knows to heal? Because the body has its innate intelligence, where immediately as you get a cut, the body starts to send white blood cells to go clog up the area, stop the bleeding and seal the wound. So likewise, once you're sick or once something is wrong internally inside of your body also knows. And it's trying to fix it, but because you have the very same incoming things that's caused the problem in the first place, the body don't get the opportunity to fix it because you never stop fucking eating. You eat 3 meals a day. Why? And you're eating 3 meals a day of the same shit that caused you to be sick. How can you heal in the same environment that you got sick into? You can't. You cannot heal in the very same environment that you got sick in. So obviously you need to stop consuming the things that got you sick. So what I'm saying to you is the body can heal itself from anything given the right condition are provided. Given the fact that you get out of the way, out of the body, and allow it to do its job. That's what fasting does. Once you stop eating, your organs go on vacation. But your organs love you so much that your organs are like, okay, since we don't have nothing to do, let us just start cleaning house. Right? That'll be just like you getting some time off work and you're home chilling, right? And while you're home chilling, you're looking around into your room and you're like, damn, all everything is like not in order. Let me start to push it in order. Because you got so much time off work that you're just home chilling and vibing, and now you're able to notice that, okay, you want to go do some laundry or you need to pack up those books. You get what I'm saying? Your organ does the very same thing once you stop eating. They're on vacation, but because they're here to serve you, they actually start to clean house. So once you get out of the way of the body starts to do its healing because the body has its own innate intelligence. Okay? So with that being said, wholeness and love to you. And again, it's so hard for me to leave because I really like to be here with y'all in the space, raising the vibration, and really adding value to each other, but I got to go get some sleep. So with that being said, have a wholesome day, tribe. And remember that in this human experience, you have a purpose here. You're on a journey. Notice that people come into the world, okay? You're people born, people live, and people die, and new people comes in. So you're not here forever. Okay, no, none of us is here in the physical forever, right? But you're going through a process of evolution right now. So try and raise the vibration and improve yourself as much as possible this life. See? Because remember, this is a continuum. So your next life, you keep building, you keep growing. Keep building, you keep growing. Do not come here and be distracted by all this bullshit and eat all this garbage food and fight your brothers and sisters and degenerate yourself. Okay? Don't fall for that trick. All right? So have a wholesome day and have a very productive day. And I'm gonna talk to you guys later. All right? So big up on yourself out there and thing, and thanks for tuning in again. And you guys been telling me to make a YouTube. I had made a YouTube a couple years ago, and YouTube they actually delete my videos because they say I violate community standards, just because I was showing people how to make natural baby formula using hemp seed, dates, and sesame seed. Apparently YouTube does not condone those kind of natural stuff, so they delete my video. You know what I'm saying? And they blocked me for a while. I think I can post now, so I might try out the YouTube thing again. But I just kind of know that with the kind of content and the kind of realness that we truly talk about, they don't want certain people coming into their spaces, you see, with information that goes against their agenda. So that's the reason why I haven't really been on YouTube. But just because you guys been asking me to come over there, I'm gonna reconsider. So I may create a YouTube channel later on. I'll think about it. I'll see. I'm gonna meditate on it, see what my higher self says, and then I'll go from there. So wholeness, love, vibration to everybody out there. And thanks for tuning in again. And, keep loving yourself, keep raising the vibration, keep building up on yourself, keep improving yourself, because you are responsible for your own evolution. Okay? Don't be waiting on Jesus to come and fix it for you or to come and heal you. Start to heal yourself. You see? Because you see, and that's the thing I don't understand about the savior complex. Okay, even if there's a savior that's gonna come save you at some point, wouldn't it be easier if you start to work on yourself so that even when the savior do come, you're like less burdened up on the savior because you've been raising up yourself? Think about it. Think about it. Even if there's a savior that's gonna come that everybody's waiting on, wouldn't it be better for you to actually start to work on yourself so that you become less burden and less weight on the savior if it does come? So regardless if you believe in a savior or not, what I'm saying is keep working on yourself. All right? Big up on yourself and look more, and we talk to you later. All right? Yeah, man. All right.